What's up everyone, OJ here, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and how it's become the best-selling fighting game of all time, in addition to the best-selling Super Smash Bros. Game of all time as well. Now, let's get a couple things out of the way when it comes to it. Yes, this is a fighting game. For the people that are saying Smash is not a fighting game, Nintendo does classify it as. I don't want to hear any old Sakurai articles back in the day that don't even really allude to what was actually being said. It is on that, plus it's at EVO, so there you go. So with that out of the way, let's also talk about some of the other things here too. With Super Smash Bros. Brawl and also Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo and Sakurai both consider those games separate. So if you combine them together with Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and also the 3DS, that one, then yeah, it's not quite past up that one yet, but individually, of course, it's passed up both of those. And I'll pass it up anyway soon. And when it comes to Super Smash Bros. Brawl, that was looked at, from Nintendo's perspective at least, as the best-selling Super Smash Bros. Game of all time, and it did pass that one up in record time, be it that, because Brawl's been on the market for about a decade or so, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate hasn't even been on the market for half a year. So let's talk about this just a little bit and what makes this game, or what got this game more like it, to have the rousing success that it's had so far. And I think the biggest thing, or the outline with this game that makes it to where it is the best-selling fighting game of all time, and how it was able to do it in such a fast fashion, is the fact of the concept of the game. You have everybody is here. I think characters, when you look at it, is one of the most overlooked things when it comes to a fighting game. Yes, you want to have the online, which Smash Bros. Definitely needs to improve on that. Yes, you want to have the features, which I think Smash needs to improve on that when it comes to what it offers online. Yes, you want to have a lot of different things in the game, but at the core end of the day, it needs to have enough content in order to get the casual gamers to buy it. Because when you're talking about the best fighting game, pure fighting or anything like that, then there's a lot of different factors that kind of play into it. And if you have less characters, you can spend a lot more time and money on other things. With Smash Bros., I think it was incredible how they were able to get everybody back into there and still maintain the level of quality they've maintained in other areas of the game when it comes to content, when it comes to online and everything. Because if you look at games that come out today, the focus has to be somewhere, right? The focus has to be somewhere, and oftentimes it gets split into so many different things to where, yeah, you know what, the roster is definitely lacking, and a lot of casual gamers don't want to go out there and buy the game. But Super Smash Bros. Was able to devote enough time and resources into various different areas and get the main concept of the game, which is everybody is here. There's so many characters here. There's no way that you're not going to want to buy this game, and that's why it's had the success that it's had. That's why it's over 13 million units, and it's approaching 14 million units here, because you have to remember the sales of this are from December, early December when it launched, all the way till the end of March. So we still have this whole month of April, when Joker launched as well, that has been tacked on and added into the sales. So it's probably, and I'd say it is, over 14 million units, which is by far the best selling one. Now, and I think some people will probably bring up like Street Fighter 2 and stuff like that, but we're talking about single SKU. Now, when you take a game and you re-release it and kind of add all different types of stuff, it becomes a different SKU, like Super Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, Hyper Edition, and all that stuff like that. It's not the same game each time. It's a different SKU or stock keeping unit, so therefore almost a different game when it comes to best selling game of all time. And this applies to Nintendo's games as well, right? Ocarina of Time on the N64 isn't combined with Ocarina of Time 3D or the Virtual Console version or anything like that. When it comes to the best selling Zelda game of all time, it's Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, because of the single selling where they had it. Now, I think at the end of the day, Breath of the Wild might be ported to whatever Nintendo does next in the future or years down the line, but it's not going to count towards what they're doing there. It's the same reason why when you see Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sales, you just see the Nintendo Switch sales not combined with the Wii U sales, and that's at 12.77 million. So it makes sense that way. Now, getting back to Super Smash Bros., to have that concept when it comes to everybody is here, all the different characters, I think that's pretty much what sealed the deal, along with the modes and everything. Having Sakurai getting to be able to put in new modes like the Squad Strike and some of the other things that they had, in addition to the tournament mode coming back, and we'll have to see if there's going to be an online tournament mode added in, but Stage Builder and all those different things in terms of content, that's what really got Smash Brothers to be able to sell what it is. But the amount of characters and the amount of depth within the characters, I think when you look at Super Smash Brothers and you see the type of gameplay that it is, it really ranges in like skill levels and what you can do, right? Because all the moves are easy, right? Everybody has a certain basic moveset that you can do, but there's these little things that you can do in order to enhance your movement, in order to combo things up, B reversals, things like that, that kind of separate the people that are just kind of playing for fun or whatever, and the people that want to take it to the next level and play competitively. So that's my biggest thing with Smash Bros. And I think that also what makes it so great and why it's done so well is because you can have that level of casual play, and you can have that level of hardcore tournament level play when it comes to balancing that, right? Because a lot of the times, like when you see a game like a Mortal Kombat, or when you see a game like a Street Fighter, it has a high amount of people that are just playing competitively. They want to sit there and play it that way, and casually isn't necessarily known as much, right? You don't get as many people. Now, Mortal Kombat has a higher ratio than I would say some of the other games because of the style of game that it is. It's really brutal. So some people like to play it for like the story mode. Story mode's good and all of that. So you see success with that game, but you'll never see games reach anywhere near the amount of success that a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate will have. You won't see fighting games, at least not until they change up things. You won't see them sell 10 million units plus. And if they do, it's over the course of constant re-releases and things like that. Even on huge or massive install bases, it's hard for games, even like a Dragon Ball Fighters, for example, to sell anywhere near what Super Smash Bros. Is doing. I think that game is around like a 4 million units or so, and that's Dragon Ball Z. That is a huge popular IP that's fairly easy to play as well. So I think that what Smash Bros. Has been able to do is quite possibly one of the most impressive feats in gaming, for it to be able to do what it's done in the amount of time that it's done with the install base that the Switch does have. And you also have to look at it that way. The install base is nowhere near as large as what Super Smash Bros. For Wii U did, or even Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS, right? When you look at it that way, the install base is just way larger on the 3DS, way larger on the Wii, yet they were able to pull this one out the way that they were. And it's funny because some people were making comparisons that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on the Nintendo Switch has actually outsold the Wii U itself, which is just sad for the Wii U's part. But at the same time, it goes to show you, like, Super Smash Bros. Is really that popular. Now, going forward in the future, here's a couple different things that I would like, because while this is great, I think Smash Bros. Can continue to get better, and hopefully Sakurai and the team can work on this. When it comes to the online, I think that's probably one of the biggest things that people do have issues with. And for me, I've been able to find great matches. When people have good connections, it's a good match. So I don't necessarily have an issue with the netcode or anything like that, but I do have an issue sometimes with not being able to get the type of matches, right? Like in Elite Smash, I honestly feel that there should be a road to Elite Smash. And when you play Road to Elite Smash, you only find people who are in what your category would be, trying to play games with a competitive rule set, right? So 7 minutes, 3 stocks, 8 minutes, 3 stocks, no items at all. And if you can't find somebody in that type of match, there needs to be a message that pops up matching you with somebody that maybe isn't in Road to Elite Smash. So you know you might expect some type of weird rule set, because people are out there doing 5 minutes, 2 stocks, playing it like it's Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and stuff like that. So that's something that I'd like to see them brush up in the future, is being able to kind of get that with the online, right? Outside of that, there should be a separate area where people who want to put on items and do all that, they can go there and do all that, play 4-player, laggy matches, whatever the case is. And then also being able to add a ping bar. So before you play somebody, being able to see like, hey, you know, this is what's going on here with their connection, so you know if you want to play them or not. That would be really nice. I think Mario Tennis Aces does have that, so I don't see why this game couldn't have it too. So let's hope Sakurai adds that in there, especially with all the success that they're having. We saw with Update 3.0, Joker did recently launch. I think they made some connection optimizations when it comes to the online play. I'm getting much smoother matches than I got before. I think that it's optimizing the connections in terms of who you play regionally and all that. So I think that they are making improvements to the matchmaking and how the games are going. You're still going to get laggy matches if somebody has a bad internet connection, but at the same time, I think it's way less frequent than it was before. So we'll see what they do going forward in the future, especially with all of these great sales. But it's good to see Super Smash Bros. Do as well as it's doing, and I think it's going to continue with that when it comes to the sales and everything. This game really could top out at 20 million plus. I mean, looking at how things are, the fact that it's at 14 million units before it even hits half a year, and we still have the rest of this year and multiple years of the Switch to go, chances are they're not going to be making a new Smash Brothers game anytime soon. Looking at the popularity of the Nintendo Switch and the popularity of this game, it looks like they're probably just going to continue supporting Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at least for the next few years here, and there's no reason to really make a new game when you're seeing sales like this, and it is a brand new game, and Switch is super popular. Nintendo's probably just going to ride this one out for a while, just like they did Super Smash Bros. Brawl. That game was just around for a very long time until the Wii U came out, and I think that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was more of a response to the Wii U failing and them needing to get a big Smash Bros. Game out soon, more so than anything. That's why that one came pretty quick compared to the Wii U. However, with this is just to the point to where they're having so much success with the system and also with the game, so I think it's going to be around for multiple years to come, as long as Brawl, if not longer. So what do you guys think about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate selling what it sold and being the best-selling fighting game of all time, being the best-selling Super Smash Bros. Game, single SKU of all time? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for this RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.